Check it out, we got a baby base camp. This is the new SCX24 Base Camp, and it looks just like its big 10 scale brother. And also like its big brother, this is meant to give you a reliable and solid performing truck at a low cost of entry. Priced at just $99, this is now the least expensive SCX24 in the lineup. This is going to be ideal for beginners or folks looking for a blank canvas to build upon. This is built on the same SCX24 platform that we're used to. Axial did do some trimming to get that cost down. So let's get into this. We're going to do the unboxing. I'll show you what comes with the truck. We'll put it on the setup table, do our usual tests. We'll hit the indoor course, then we'll go hit the trails and go have some fun with it. Let's open up the baby base camp. This is available in 3 different colors. You can see them here. There's the blue, which we have. There's a white, and there's a pink, which actually looks really sharp. I've had this open just to peek at it and do some short form content. Inside the box, you can also get the truck itself. This comes fully ready to run, just like its SCX24 brethren. It includes everything you need to hit the trails. You get the SLT2 radio, the AA batteries for that radio, USB charger. There is a 350 milliamp LiPo battery installed in the truck. Get your detailed owner's manual, you get a bind plug, some basic tools. Okay, here is the little truck itself, the base camp, SCX24 Base Camp. Surprised to see this. This came out of nowhere. Taking a look at the exterior of this truck, great looking little truck. It's got this non-licensed pickup truck body, very reminiscent of a Ram TRX. I like the look of this truck body. We've got a lot of the base camp logos and decals just like in the 10th scale. We've got some nice licensed roll calls going on here. Stickered over windows, no drop bed, just straight across. The truck does sit on these nice fully licensed black Rhino wheels with these Falcon Wild Peak tires. Tires feel pretty good. Like other SCX24, these are glued onto these plastic wheels. No inserts in these, so you do get a little bit of flop, although these feel a little stiffer than some of the other SCX24 tires like the Nittos. You do get fully licensed DeMillo off-road front and rear bumpers. The rear bumper's big and chunky looking here. We do have an integrated trailer hitch. Front bumper's got this big winch guard on it. We've got D-rings front and rear. Notice that there's no LED lights in the front of this at all. One of the first things I noticed is that the truck sits on these friction damp shocks. It's been a while since we've seen a new truck come with friction damp shocks, and it feels kind of odd seeing this kind of bounciness in the body. Not used to that anymore. We've been spoiled with the oil-filled shocks. Body is this is on a hinge. It's a velcroed front and rear actually, so if you wanted to take the body off very quickly to do so. It's got velcro at both ends, can pop the whole thing off. Underneath this is very reminiscent of the SCX24 we've come to know and love. We have the steel C-channel frame, 2-in-1 Spectrum ESC and receiver combo up front. We do have the LiPo battery here on the back. Underneath these two you can see the Dynamite 30 sized 88 turn motor mated to the SCX24 single speed transmission. Slider style drive shafts going out to the familiar straight axles. We retain the worm gear and worm screws. Full ball bearings throughout here. Wheelbase on this truck is 132 millimeters. Looks just like the C10 underneath here. I'll do some size comparisons in a minute, but that's at first glance, that's exactly what it looks like. I mentioned the friction damp shocks, and up front we've got the familiar AS1 servo mounted on the axle. We'll do some quick size comparisons here. I have the SCX24 C10. If we flip these over, see that they are identical underneath here. So I'd say the base camp built on the same platform as the SCX24 C10, JLU, and Bronco platform. It actually looks pretty small compared to the C10. It's got more of a streamlined, narrow look to it. That was one of the first things I thought when I took it out of the package, is it looked small, even for an SCX24. Let's see it next to the C10. Very comparable, just got little different lines to this other pickup truck style body. On the 4-corner scale to kick off our performance tests, here we are, 50-50 weight distribution on this thing, both front and rear and left to right. Very light, 224 grams total weight. On the setup table, let's check out the RTI, Ramp Travel Index. Let's say just about 10.5 on the RTI. And the side hill. 30, 35, 40, let's say 44 on the side hill. Now the vertical. 45. 50. 55, starting to slip. Oh, 59 on the vertical. Check it out, baby base camp on the course. Let's see how it goes. I've always liked the look of the base camp pickup truck here. And it's blue, it's my color too. So I do like the looks of this truck. You know, the non-licensed body. What I got going on? Bring half my moss there with me. The non-licensed body, probably a way they were able to pass on some of the cost savings to the consumer here. Navigating through this section pretty well. I'm anxious to see how these Falcon tires do. Decent departure angle there, and approach angle too. I like those DeMillo off-road bumpers. I was a little concerned about the size of that rear bumper. It's big. Oh, okay, save it. The tires didn't want to grab there. Here we go. You see that friction damp shocks. It's getting the bounce going up there. Tires are struggling a bit here. I'm like stuck right here. If I can bump it. Oh no. Oh, there we go. When in doubt, throttle out. I feel like this thing looks so tiny for some reason to me. I don't know if it's the style of the body or what, but boy, it just looks small. It kind of gives it a toy look and feel to it, the way the friction damp shocks bounce around in that body. Coming down here, someone lost their laptop, to report that to the Lost and Found. Coming down into Mini Moab. Let's see how this does. We're doing okay. Not bad. Understeering pretty severely there. Can I save it? Yes. Oh, it's gonna do the escalator. Oh, I spoke too soon. No, I got it. Nice. How about the descent? Oh, very strong drag brake on this. Reset it there a little bit and come down. Much more composed there. About some side hill, go across the chute. Sticking pretty well, actually. Can I make it through? Oh, we did it. We recovered. Nice. Try Hell's Gate. Base camp is surprising me here. No way. Going off to the side there. I think I can recover though. Whoa. Oh, I thought we had it. I don't know if we've had a stock SCX24 ever do all of the lines on Mini Moab. Let's regroup here and try it again. One more try, last try, 3 times, right? I am rooting for the base camp at this point. I want this thing to get up this line. Total underdog right now. I just understeer off there, and then I get totally pushed off the side, and I can't recover. Oh no, we're in big trouble here. Able to somewhat recover. Can we get back on the course? Those friction damp shocks, man. If I had oil-filled shocks, I bet I would do it. Oh, no. Oh. Man, every part of me wanted this truck to make it up Hell's Gate. It was right there. It would have been such a shocker. I wonder if it's the minimalistic body, kind of lightweight up top. I don't know, but I felt like that performed really good on the indoor course. Struggling a little bit here and there, but that was impressive on the escalator and Hell's Gate. I might go back and try that again after the video. It was so close. Alright, we'll come out of the articulation alley here, going to head up the canyon, and we'll go outside and have some fun with this thing. We can get up here. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, likes the speed. I gotta launch it up there. Alright, let's go out and have some fun. Out here at the washout with the baby base camp. Let's see how this does on the rocks. It's been raining all weekend, so everything's pretty slippery. Weather's really sketchy. Hopefully I get a chance to run this and don't get rained out. Driving impressions of this truck outdoors. It's a fun little truck, you know. This really has me itching to do a budget build. This is a great platform for a budget build. I think that's part of the reason why it exists. Axial says this is a great blank canvas, and I do agree. For 99 bucks, gets you a really inexpensive entry into the SCX24s. If you're just going to modify it anyway, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to complain about while driving it really is irrelevant. I'm having fun with it out here. You know, I think the minimalistic design makes it pretty capable for a stock SCX24. There's no weight up top. It's just got that generic Lexan body, so most of the weight's down low. The bumpers seem to do really well. I was worried about that rear, but don't seem to be hanging up on anything. Got a good approach angle in the front. Oh, those friction damp shocks. So you just realize how much of a difference the oil shocks make when you go back to the friction damp shocks. We've really been spoiled lately with these new releases. Seeing it out here, you know, and with the bounce from those friction damp shocks and the generic body, it really does have a toy grade feel to it. I hate to say that because I'm an Axial enthusiast. You know, I love the SCX24. But this has a very toy-esque look and feel to it. It is capable, you know, it's basically a C10 under there, so it is capable. The tires seem to do good, but I have a hard time just getting over the driving impressions. It just looks and feels like a toy. I guess the toy grade appearance may not matter to some folks, because if you're just buying this for, you know, young driver or a brand new driver just wants to see if they're going to like the hobby, it's probably not going to matter a whole lot. You do have the hobby grade capabilities underneath there, but I do feel it's still priced a little high for what you get, given the driving experience and the appearance of this. I think, you know, an $89.99 or sub $90 would have been more appropriate for this here. But nonetheless, it is fun. I am enjoying it out here. Again, surprising me from a capability standpoint. get those tires to hook up. There we go. I'm getting into some gnarly stuff now. See if we can push it. Feeling some raindrops too. I gotta race to the top here. I think I'm gonna get rained out. The little truck's doing better than I thought it would in the washout here. Again, just like on the indoor course, it has surprised me with its capabilities. Gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Nice job, little base camp. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up here before the weather gets too crappy. Had a lot of fun with a little base camp out here. Was surprised to see this new release, but I've enjoyed it. So I'm going to keep driving it a little bit more, and then I will catch up with you guys back at the bench to give you my final thoughts. Alright guys, I enjoyed the little base camp a lot more than I thought I would. It turned out to be a much better performer than I was expecting, especially on the indoor course. I was so rooting for this thing to get up Hell's Gate. It was right there. So this little thing's an underdog for sure. I like what Axial has done here. They've given us a really solid platform, sub $100 price tag. This is going to be great for a beginner or for a young driver. You can thrash these things. It's going to take a beating. These things are so bulletproof. And it's also going to be a nice blank canvas for a builder. If you wanted to start modifying this thing right away, it's a great starting point. I'm certainly looking at this as the next budget build candidate right here. With that said, I'm not sure that Axial hit the mark, especially when it comes to price. $99 is a nice low cost of entry for one of these mini crawlers, but there's still so much competition out there for not much more money. The things that Axial sacrificed to get this cost down, primarily the friction damp shocks over the oil-filled units and this solid Lexan body with the stickered over windows, it really just gives it a toyish look and feel when you're out driving it. Really interested to hear your guys' thoughts on the little base camp, so let me know in the comments down below what do you think of this new truck. I'll also put a link in the description down below on where you can order this up for yourself, and you can always scoop one up at your local hobby shop. As always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.